IGN Rewind Theater is brought to you by...
Hey everybody, Jim and Joshua here with a Rewind Theater on the second trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. We've kind of covered some of this part here before, Joshua. But
yeah, it's sort of an extended look at Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, the legendary Star-Lord breaking out.
I like the look here at the mask, but this I thought was interesting when you come up, just seeing how the mask basically how it comes on and off. It just kind of goes behind his ear, almost like an earpiece.
Yeah, it reminds me from the Lost in Space movie with Joey from Friends, and it's like over his face.
Of all the references, there's Jaimin Hansu as Korath. Again, we've covered a lot of this before, but we do have a lot of cool stuff coming up, including a really good look. Well, here we see his mask activating, and then I like this bit here with this sort of the little rocket stuff he has so he can fly and get the hell out of there.
Little Iron Man in him.
Yep. Coming up here. Skip ahead. This here is the Milano, his ship. I'm hoping it's named after Alyssa Milano from the 80s because he is a child of the 80s.
You think so? It's kind of his like Millennium Falcon. His ship.
Now you have a theory about where they are here.
I think this is nowhere, like KNOW, where, like nowhere. It's just sort of like in the Marvel universe is like a space hub, sort of a Mos Eisley in space. You can think of it as.
And we have Gamera, Groot, Drax the Destroyer, Peter Quill. We don't see Rocket there, but we'll see him coming up. Now, actually, let's just go back here. What do you think these machines are here? I guess probably decontamination or something?
Yeah, it looks like he's in the prison here, and they're whipping out these things to do something to him. Maybe he tried to escape or something.
Here we go. Here's our boy, Rocket. And then I just like the detail there, the fact that he really does look like a real animal. We're actually going to hear Bradley Cooper speaking a bit. I just want to point out that those folks in the background, that's all practical makeup effects that they used.
Mm-hmm.
The movie has a good mix of CGI, like Groot and Rocket, and then old school practical effects. There's Groot. Let's just go back here and look at that gun. Look at that thing. That's amazing. These things look a lot like cameras too at different points.
Yeah.
Now this is you get a quick look here. She's fighting Nebula. They had kind of a sisterly relationship in the comics. They were both raised by Thanos. Now, there is our first look at Lee Pace as Ronan the Accuser. He's the main villain of the movie. He is described by director James Gunn as being almost of a religious mindset, that he's a very scary, twisted guy, and in his view of morality, strength equals virtue and weakness equals sin. He's holding, we'll get a better look at it, but his hammer, I believe it's called the Ultimate Weapon. There's a look at him there.
Or it's more like he's just one of the ultimate weapons. That there are many of, but the hammer's the best one.
That's right. I stand corrected. Now here, there's Glenn Close.
Here's what I love most about this is her hair makes the 3 Nova circles.
That's true.
She looks so great in this.
She's got kind of her Cruella de Vil thing going on there. She plays Nova Prime. Rael, I believe, is how you say her name. Or
yeah.
Rael?
Oh, and now that there's another shot of the hammer. It's actually Universal Weapon, not Ultimate Weapon. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, yeah, but that's cool.
There's Nebula across from Ronan, and I assume these are some other accusers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get another good look here at the weapon.
The universal weapon.
This is Yo-Jo thing. Now that's the planet Xandar coming under attack. That's the home world of the Nova Corps.
Yes.
Where it's sort of, in their own way, sort of Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this is the first time we hear Rocket speak in the trailer.
Yep. Yeah. Rocket Raccoon is like this is gonna be his breakout film. It's gonna be pretty awesome.
Now, okay, let's talk about this right here. What do you think? Is that
Stan Lee?
Is this
creation.
Ego the Living Planet?
I think it is. If I had to make a guess, I'd say this is Ego Living Planet.
I mean, it's kind of got like a bit of a head and face shape a little bit there. It almost like right in the back there, kind of looks almost like a brainstem, but that's probably just my eyes playing tricks.
No,
on me,
I think that's what it's supposed to look like a skull, like a skeleton. Yeah.
You got to love this Millennium Falcon kind of shot here of them. But you know, Ego, the Living Planet, coming into this film. I mean, we already have Ronan, we have the Collector. We're going to see a little bit of him. There's going to be mentions of Thanos. I don't know. What do you think? Is that probably maybe a little bit too much, or is this because they can't use Galactus? Maybe they're just going with Ego.
Chokeslam.
Ooh.
No, I think that's the way to go. Is to just go like all in and really like build this like cosmic world.
Okay, here we go. Here's our best look yet at Ronan. That's Lee Pace, you know him from Pushing Daisies and from the Hobbit movies.
He looks good in this makeup. Like in the Hobbit, he looks great as that elf guy.
Yeah, as the Elven King.
Yeah, but he looks so cool. He looks really freaky with this, using his hammer, do some purple rage.
I'm loving the detail too that we're seeing here, not only on the weaponry but also on the. It looks almost more like scarification than tattoos. In the comics, Drax just had tattoos, right?
Yeah, it was more like just red painted on tattoos, it looked like. But yeah, and here they've made it more to this like scarring, which looks pretty cool. I like it.
This is what we're trying to figure out. Is he, because sometimes they'll play it, you know, a backward shot going forward, but is Groot, is he emanating these like spore-like things?
I think he is. He's like, it's party
things?
time, man. That's how trees mate, and he's ready to get down. He's setting the mood.
Now these are the Necrocraft, and they're attacking Xandar. They are Ronan's bad guy warships.
Oh, Groot. Little flower for the little girl. Voiced by Vin Diesel.
Well, now this, let's actually just go back here, though. Now, is this, do you think that they're on Xandar still, or we're going to see this planet come under attack, too? Do you think these are the people of Xandar, and they've now won them over in the end, or?
I don't know. Yeah, possibly. I think so. Yeah, maybe they won the battle to help defend them. And he's like,
heroes.
Yeah, he's like, here, we're not so bad.
All right, now, Rocket. This is a pretty good, you know, full shot of him. He has been experimented on, kind of torn apart. So I think it's kind of interesting where he says here, you know, how long of a lifespan do I have, anyways?
Yeah, but he's been torn apart, put back together as like a cybernetic raccoon, who's pretty good with a gun. So, and there's Nebula facing off with Gamora.
And now they have, and in the prequel comics that have come out, have kind of detailed their kind of almost sisterly relationship that they have. But this is going to be, I think, one of the big kind of throwdown fights in the movie. Mm-hmm. One of the ones I'm looking
and we have like the two girls facing off there. But I hope, you know, they get to have, you know, the girls and guys can fight like all each other. It doesn't have to be the girl on girl battle. That's what I'm hoping for.
What do you think of this weapon here? It almost looks like an old school camera.
Yeah, I think he's like, say cheese, and then shoots a rocket. Yeah, there it is.
It's strapped to his chest, too.
It's a big gun, whatever it is. Yeah.
Come on, let's just enjoy this. Come on.
Yeah.
It does look a little cartoony, but, you know, come on. Looks great. Now here is the Collector, Benicio del Toro, Tanelier Tyven. What do you think is going on here? Is he anxious? He's got this sort of like...
He looks like he's not happy. He looks under duress. Either somebody's like holding him up, or the ship is crashing, or
because look at the lights outside.
Yeah, or maybe he found an infinity gem and he's like, woohoo! He's like shaking his hands. Yeah.
Now they've been hinting at their sort of romance, but she's wearing his Walkman, and remember in one of the past trailers, he flipped out when anybody else ever touched his Walkman. So I'm assuming he's playing her some sort of 70s or 80s love song, and this is where he finally lays the smooch on.
Whipping out the tunes.
Now, this shot I find interesting because it's like he's making his almost like last stand against them. Where are all the other Guardians? It looks like it's just Drax against everyone. And then this, he gives you the impression like, is she going to get blown away or torn away from them?
And then this is cool.
This is great. Tell folks about some of these little '80s relics that we have.
We have
on
a
his stereo.
Norfin troll there on the left. We have Alf here on the right. And is that a scratch and sniff sticker?
Yeah, it looks like it's scratch and sniff. And then probably just the very concept of a mixtape might be enough to make some of the younger viewers be like, "What's
yeah, these
that?"
are all relics of the '80s to show where Star-Lord came from.
But
He
I'm
was
loving that
abducted from
Alf
Earth.
is basically, you've got Rocket Raccoon, who is a talking alien animal, and then Alf in the 1980s was a talking animal-like alien, a sarcastic character. So I am wondering if there are going to be multiple Alf jokes made in this movie. Poor Groot getting scared by a stereo. We do get to hear him speak as well.
And all I can say is I am Groot, but when Vin Diesel says it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta love this sort of like the badassery here of like, okay, this is their Michael Bay, all walking as a group shot.
Yeah, and I really like the tone of the movie. Oh God,
Adjusting
I say
himself.
that as the raccoon fixes himself.
And I have to point out that the costumes, these almost old school kind of like 1940s sci-fi serial kind of outfits that they're wearing,
like their airline attendants.
Yeah, like they're they're on Pan Am or something.
I do like the actual Nova Corps designs. That looks pretty cool.
All right, guys. Well, we'll bring you more in Guardians of the Galaxy as it comes our way. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked here at IGN.